favourite Keith Urban songs, Nobody Drinks Alone. It's from his These Days album, maybe. It's a few years old now, but I think it's his best. How good is he? We're going to talk about a few things today. Firstly, we're going to look at the main guitar part, the sort of intro into the verse, pre-chorus and chorus. That's interesting in its own right. And then we'll look at the main solo, the first solo. And then we'll look briefly at the outro solo as well. It's an awesome song. We're in standard tuning, key of it's a B major tonality, but a B Lydian tonality. And there's a capo on the second fret, so it is standard tuning, capo on the second fret. All right, let's start with that main chord progression. So obviously I don't have an acoustic guitar. It's an acoustic guitar in the original, but the idea is you're playing a B major, so it looks like an A major chord shape, but with a capo, it's a B major. So B major. And then you move the fretted notes up 2 frets. Okay, now the tricky part here is if you can fret those 3 notes, but hit the high E string open. Okay, that's the note you want, all right? At the end there, he's bringing on a 3rd finger on that 6th fret. And if you can, only hit the bottom 3 strings there. So again, that rhythm. Okay, now why that sounds so great. Really simple, he's just fretting 2 chords there. It's because he's in a B Lydian mode. Whenever you've got 2 major chords right next to each other, as in a tone away, which you've got here, that's a chord 4 or chord 5, as you would expect in the major scale. But because that chord 4 is really home, that's the key center, then we're in a modal sort of texture. In this case, we're using B Lydian, which is a beautiful sound. Lydian is my favorite mode. It's a great sound. And it's that note which really gives it the flavor. Okay, that's the first part. Let's look at the pre-chorus. Pre-chorus, we've got a G sharp minor. Back to B major. To C sharp major, and then we're in the chorus, which is a D sharp minor, B major, F sharp major, B major, C sharp major. Coming out of it. Okay, the main solo, which I think is over the chorus chords, I'm going to kick on I kicked on a BB preamp, and in this room right now, it's really loud. Okay, but shape-wise, you can be thinking up a D sharp minor pentatonic. Okay, so. Okay, D sharp minor pentatonic, right? You just be bending up and pinking on the C sharp there. Nothing too fancy there. Nice feel stuff there, works really well. Now the next part, and this is he also does this in the outro solo. He's using open strings, which is really nice. So in this case, he's using the high F sharp. Would normally be the high E with the capo. It's the high F sharp. Okay, so we're fretting the B string only, and we're leaving the high E string open, which is the F sharp note. On the first note there, which is the 7th fret, F sharp. We don't hit the high E, and then when we go up, we do. Okay, it's a really nice use of that sort of pedal tone there. And then he's back in sort of minor pentatonic. Box 1 and box 2 there. So that main solo, first solo in the song, not too bad. Nice bends, got that open string there, but it's not so bad. Let's talk briefly about the second one though. So that outro solo is where it's all about. The band really comes down, and it's just that. Right, it's really, really nice. And then he comes in with volume swells. So it's like the perfect start to that outro solo. Just nice and low. Okay, so the notes themselves, he's not just playing the minor pentatonic, which he broadly did in that main solo, the first solo. So in this one, he's really leaning into the full scale, the full, in this case, I suppose it's the Lydian mode. Okay, but you can think shape-wise around here and then work around it. But look, I'm just going to talk about some of the things that are interesting. Firstly, those volume swells. Beautiful. He'll swell in quickly and then slide up. So good. Now this next part, I've seen him do it live kind of like that kind of idea. On the studio, here's what it sounds like. This is one of the greatest phrasing in the whole solo. So I ended up playing it up here. So I hear him bend up from above 1 fret, right, and swell in with your volume. I've got a volume pedal. Right? And then he picks the next note, but then he releases that note as a full bend. So this is what I mean. Right? Right, so that is really tricky phrasing, very, very hard, but it's got such a great sound with a pre-bend and picking the note, but releasing it. So it's a pre-bend. Sounds great. But then he's got those, because he's playing with his fingers, that first part. Really, again, great stuff. He's just sort of around the B Lydian mode. I suppose the next part you've got there where he's got that kind of idea. So now he's using 2 open strings, the high open E and the open B, and he's pulling off from the 9th fret. Pulling off from the 9th fret and then hitting the open B string and then fretting 6th fret. And then pulling that off. And then bringing in that 9th fret. And again, he kind of moves around a little bit on how he does it. Okay, then he ended up moving up. Okay, those sorts of things where he's just pulling off from the note on the high E and then picking the open B, open E. Okay, and then he's really got that minor pentatonic. You know, those sorts of ideas, and we're in a D sharp minor pentatonic there. All right, just some thoughts around that. Some of the guitar parts around Keith Urban, Nobody Drinks Alone. Amazing song, Be Lydian, awesome mode. All right, good luck. See you next time.